So I got a little update from the webbot guy, whatever you want to call him, Cliff High. Uh, he doesn't update his website all that often. So it's like you'll check day after day after day and there's nothing there, and then all of a sudden one day there's some new thing he posts. But it's very short, couple paragraphs. He says titled "Mainstream Media Whores Burst Out Truth Attack." Shh, it's coming, just a few days away. Prepare your ears now. Get your mind ready. You'll never have heard such words from mainstream media ever before in your life, and it is going to start a flood of such huge proportions that the world will not be the same ever again in the future, and it will change more in each minute than in all the minutes that have ever come before you, and you will feel like you just do not have a second to catch your breath, and shouldn't you have gone to work or bed or fed someone or something, but you are paralyzed with the novelty rush pouring out of the pent-up frustrations of decades of pressurized mainstream media propaganda, basically, as all hell breaks loose with a single word that a single mind will not be able to contain. And he says, no, not that one. I don't know what that means. Wait for it. Days and temporal markers falling rapidly right now, and precursor events spreading, rippling influences outward. So he's saying there have been precursor events to the event. There's precursor things that happen. They have happened. They're cueing him right now, basically saying, here's where we are in this little timeline of yours. This event should be happening soon. Don't know quite what it is. He says, you'll hear it, and then you'll know it. All prior to the breakout is speculation. So, again, kind of what I just said. Don't know what quite it's going to be, what they're going to say in the mainstream media. Is it some kind of big truth that gets blurted out? And again, any guess right now is just speculation, according to him. So I can't even offer you my opinion as to what I think it might be. It's pointless. Afterward, all will be lost in the torrents, hint, hint, he says, of the breaking dam, which is why I thought to just get a few days advance notice for naps and pies. We will need all the energy we have, us old farts anyways, to keep up with the trailing edge, which begins to race away from us by March 19th, with release language compounding beyond our ability to chase it. Now, the interesting thing here, afterward, okay, you'll hear it, then you'll know it, all prior to the breakout of this event, whatever, this breaking news, this word, whatever the hell this is. It's all speculation until it happens. Afterward, all will be lost in the torrents, hint, hint, of the breaking dam. Now, I did a video a while back where I told you guys about this guy, Jonathan Kolsek, or Kolsek. I can't remember how to pronounce his last name. And he had this whole great thing about the Hoover Dam breaking and all this occult symbolism and statues and all these things. The dollar bill, the new $50 bill. If you fold it the same way you folded the other ones that showed 9/11 with the Twin Towers smoking and the Pentagon, all that stuff, it's absolutely a dam breaking. Some kind of rushing water over a dam for sure. He speculated and said, I'm pretty sure it's Hoover Dam. I just don't know when it'll happen. And again, he said that, this is back several months ago, 11/11/11, November 11th, 2011. He's saying that's not necessarily the date, but it's definitely a cult, obviously. And again, nothing really happened on that date anyways, but he never said it would. But it's on the dollar. It's on the $50 bill. And as I mentioned to you guys, I even told Lindsey Williams about this little event and just told him to keep it in the back of his mind, as keep it in the back burner kind of thing. So, is that what he's talking about right here? I don't know. Afterward, all will be lost in the torrents, hint, hint, he says that, hint, hint, of the breaking dam. Which is why I thought, whatever, to get a few days advance notice. So, afterward, all will be lost in the torrents, hint, hint, of the breaking dam. And he spells dam, D-A-M, as if a bursting dam. Having said that, in these Webart reports over the last several years, there's always been this little bit of data, and he doesn't necessarily repeat it in the newer reports, but he is saying it's always there. It's like it's there. There's this thing we've got of a dam bursting, devastating. They thought maybe it'd be the Three Gorges Dam or whatever. In China, this giant dam they have over there, whatever. Not sure. He never said it for sure. Just that a dam will be bursting. It's in the Webart report. Not sure how or why or what. Possibly an earthquake. No one knows. And now he's writing something about the next several days. Get ready for this news thing. I don't know what that is. And then after it gets out, maybe this truth comes out of the mainstream media that just blows everybody away. Only to be short-lived because they got to get rid of that quickly. Let's go with the Hoover Dam or whatever dam they chose to blow up, just like another 9/11 inside job. It's already on the $50 bill. The $50 bill has been out for many years now, the new one. It's on there. All the other events were on the other dollars. It's very occult. It's hard for people to grasp that this kind of things would be put on dollar bills, and it's just absurd. It's idiotic. Conspiracy beyond conspiracy. It's you're an idiot kind of thing. But when you show the $20 bill with the Twin Towers, and one of them is smoking about halfway down, and there's a hole, and there's smoke coming out on the $20 bill, and then the other side, same, facing you, one here and one here, it's up a lot higher and smoking. Let's see, where did the Twin Towers get hit again? Oh, that's right, halfway down one tower, and then the other tower was almost to the top. The statistical, again, take your emotions out, take your religious views out, take your educated opinion and flush that garbage down the toilet, and look at something that can't lie, like a computer. If you program it, it doesn't care what the result is. It doesn't have feelings or ego. It just spits out the results. So we're talking statistics. What are the statistical possibility that you could take the $20 bill and fold it into that certain little triangular fashion? Again, another occult symbol of the triangle. Of course, that's by chance too, I'm sure. And you see the Twin Towers on there. And then you take, I think, is it the $10 bill? Don't quote me on that for sure. I think it might be the $10 bill, one or the other. And you do the same thing, and it shows the Pentagon attack with smoke coming out of the Pentagon. I mean, you couldn't make this up. You couldn't put this in there by chance. There is a statistical possibility of things. And I don't know the exact number, but it's obvious that it's astronomical and makes it impossible that those things are on the dollar bill. And then there's a new one that hasn't happened yet of a dam bursting, a nice calm dam on the old $50 bill to be replaced with the new $50 bill, in which the same kind of picture is now turned into a raging river busting and the top piece of it busting off. So if you want to search for these things to see what I'm talking about, those of you who are new subscribers, you could just type in, Hoover Dam Jonathan YouTube, something like that. Hoover Dam Jonathan YouTube, or Hoover Dam $50 bill, new $50 bill, something like that in Google. You should find it. Even in YouTube, it should come up. And see what this guy has to say. It may sound absurd, but stranger things have happened, obviously, as we've seen. So, is he referring to the dam? He is spelling a hint of the breaking dam. After this breakout happens, whatever this is with this news mainstream media thing, as he says, the decades of pressurized mainstream media propaganda. Well, let me read the sentence actually. let me just read the first paragraph again. It's coming, just a few days away. Prepare your ears now. Get your mind ready. You'll never have heard such words from mainstream media ever before in your life. Since we've been lied to our entire life from mainstream media, and he just says right now, get your mind ready. You'll never have heard such words from mainstream media ever in your life. Tells me they're about to let the truth loose on something, and it's very destructive to the establishment. And then they're going to go with plan B or whatever the hell, who knows, whatever plan they got to blow up the dam or whatever. Focus on that. Forget the news. Oh my God. Iran did it, or Syria did it. Let's go after them. The sheeple will buy it in a heartbeat. So anyways, you'll never have heard such words from the mainstream media ever before in your life, and it's going to start a flood of such huge proportions that the world will not be the same ever again in the future, and it will change more in each minute So in each minute of these words coming out of this person's mouth from the mainstream media, things will have changed more in those few minutes than ever in your entire life worth of minutes if you counted all of them, as far as importance or change or what they mean or what, I don't know. And you will feel like you just do not have a second to catch your breath, and shouldn't you have gone to work or bed or fed somebody or something, but you are paralyzed with the novelty rush pouring out of the pent-up frustrations of decades of pressurized mainstream media propaganda as all hell breaks loose with a single word that a single mind will not be able to contain. And he says, no, not that one. I don't know what the hell he means about that. And he says, wait for it, days and temporal markers are falling rapidly now, and precursor events spreading rippling influences outward. Precursor events X, Y, or A, B, and C have happened. Get ready for D. D is the event we're all looking for. A, B, and C is just chicken scratch. We don't care. But they are there to let you know, here's where we are on the timeline. Get ready, it's coming soon. Now, I realize he says it's days away. But how sure is he it's days away, not weeks away, or a month away? This Webbot report is by far not perfect, and as I've said many times, it could be way off as far as the dates go. There were plenty of precursor events that happened to let us know, get ready for $5 a day silver moves. We've had mostly back when JP Morgan and friends were crushing silver from 50 down to 35, back up to 40, 43, down to 30. All that, there were $5 moves in a day. A lot of them were down. And then we had one that was $6 or $7 up in one day from like 26 to 32 or $33, something like that. It was crazy. And if you look at that as just a percentage of a move, that's a massive move in silver. I think it was like, what, 30% or something like that at the time. I don't even remember the number. But anyways, we had that. And then after that, according to the timeline, we're going to see $20 moves in silver. So naturally, if we're at, let's say, $30 silver right now, we're at 33, 34, right? Let's call it 30. And we have a $20 down day, that brings it down to $10. It can't go down another $20 because that would be 0 and minus 10. They're not going to pay you $10, to not buy silver or whatever. That's dumb. So it can't go. That means there's only room for one $20 move and that's it? I don't think so. It has to go back up just as rapidly because of the volatility of the markets. We have lower lows, higher highs. That's how it's been coming across over the last few years. And again, with this whole thing in the COT report, what's that called? The something of trades. Can't remember the name of it. But anyways, it is basically saying everybody is bullish on silver, expecting it to go up. The large traders and the little small guys. But the commercial traders, which are the banks, the JP Morgans, are betting pretty heavily. They're actually shorting the market right now. And that just took place over the last few weeks. Now, having said that, because they put these in place a few weeks ago, silver hasn't really, to be honest, with that big of a short position that they just opened up, basically, man, silver hasn't moved. It's kind of been treading water. Just kind of staying flat, 33, 34, 33, 34, 33.50, right? It just, and they did this over the last 3 weeks. You would expect the price of silver to have gone way down because of that, but it didn't. I don't know why. Maybe because of the other traders, the large and the small guys were buying in at the long side when they were shorting it and kind of evening things out. I don't know. But if you're a betting man, and the banks always win so far anyways, you would be pretty wise to bet that they're going to push down heavily on silver. So maybe we'll see a big down day or two or whatever of silver and gold before they unleash the floodgates, so to speak, and they go the other way. I don't know, but I wanted to read you this mainly today because all will be lost of this information when the torrents, hint, hint, of the breaking dam, they'll be lost in the torrents of the breaking dam. Very, very interesting. So that's all I got for you guys right now, and I'll talk to y'all later.